An enchanting young woman, who is much more than her youth suggests, will come to your aid today. She can be of great help to you, so try to be polite, will you?
Why is her aid important to me this day? What will happen?
The Coven will use deception to try to ambush you. Ugh, how predictable.
Wait, back up a moment. What was that you said about an enchanting young woman?
Ah, Celdo, unlike me, she will be immune to your charming advances. But it doesn't hurt to try, does it? I was just talking to Hedrick. He is still denying his grief. He really needs to open up. If he would just let me comfort him, it would do him a world of good.
New goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed. You came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place has had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
Here we are. Chaldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench, Omir.
Our paths lead apart. You search for Belial, and I will seek Magda. Her end will bring rest to Cain's spirit. Did you think that you would return to Chaldeum?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father?
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
You seem down today. Tell me what Miriam can do for you.
The spirits speak to me of the great evil the Coven does. These are not happy things.
Those spirits of yours need to lighten up. So the Demon Lords want to crush all humanity beneath their heel. Does that mean you can't smile? The cultists are making a great mess of things out in the desert. They deserve the painful death you will bring to them.
What does the Coven mean to do?
They are torturing and killing innocent villagers to lure you into their trap. But you'll get the better of them, won't you?
Guard, where did these refugees come from?
I am not a guard. I am Ashira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, that even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
Then we share a common foe. I seek Magda, but I do not know where to find her.
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarnus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why do they stay here? Why do they not go in the city?
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakharoon priests find a successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that, but everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us. There is some justice in this world, after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. They have to sleep sometime.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Be safe and learn what you can. When I return, Magda will trouble us no more.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Shudder, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against the wall.
Life in the Borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help, and how do they treat us? Like animals.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
Your Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves tried to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
I am Lady Neferez. Let me back into the city this instant.
Why don't you come see Tilnan's new goods? You will not be disappointed, I assure you.
Alcarnus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
Many of my banished peers have fled for Lut Gholein. Not I. I shall wait for our Emperor to come to his senses.
Very noble, my lady. So it has nothing to do with the last caravan leaving 10 minutes ago?
What impudence! How dare you even speak to me?
Apologies, my lady. You'd best take up your concerns with the Emperor.
My family. I lost my whole family out there.
Everything I had was in Alcarnus. I am ruined.
All this pain and suffering. This is what happens when you let a child sit on the throne.
If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner. All these people being locked out of the city has really helped my trade.
Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Qasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Qasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
Something tells me this will be an interesting journey.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
They may find that difficult. I have come to kill them and their leader.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you.
Well now, it's my lucky day.
There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
I appreciate your concern, but these cultists are known to me. I do not fear their traps.
That was all of them! Stay back! They're in the rocks!
Be careful. They are very near to us.
That cannot be. The way is blocked.
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Thank you, Irena. But tell me why you are truly here. I sense you have a greater purpose.
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Is the road ahead so filled with danger?
More than Lacuni stalk the road. Cultists cast their spells from 2 desert layers to disguise the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there. There is another illusion here. Cultists try to hide their footsteps. Their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic. One of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
Flesh! The ritual is disrupted!
There should be another ritual at a cellar to the east of here.
I owe you my life. Bless you.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus.
If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outposts. But I am not you. I know you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
Look, more hidden footprints.
We were ambushed in the cave. Help the others.
There's no time to talk. My brothers need us.
Stay strong! I won't let you die while I still stand! Thanks, but there's no time for pleasantries. Save my men. They're scattered in this cave. I'll help.
Captain, there are too many. Let's help the others before they fall. I thought I was dead. Thank you. That's everyone. Let us report back to the captain.
Everyone's accounted for. Or dead. All right, men. Finish patching up these two and let's get out of this damned pit.
Yes, sir. Wait. Do you hear that? Another ambush!
Men, kill that big lacooning! That was a trying battle. Thank you for your help.
You saved a lot of people back there.
That, aren't you?
You were a great help.
I just carried out the treasure.
Again!
My curse upon you.
crazed with starvation from 3 days with no food, but that is no excuse for what we have done. Day 7. I cannot face what I have become. Day 10. I hunger, but I am patient. Someone will come for me, and then I will feed again.
Interesting.
Look, more hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
The ritual is disrupted!
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
Belial and Asmodan, lords of hell, plan to destroy us all. I shall destroy them first.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
It is with some reluctance. It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Have you been to Caldeum before?
Not like this.
What do you mean?
It was a business affair. This is pleasure.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Caldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
Much of the great magic of this world has been lost over the millennia. Fight by my side. We can destroy the Lords of Hell together.
Let us fight this evil together. I practiced so long for that.
Now to find the Qasim outpost.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away. Quickly now! Show them what you're capable of!
Help me! I don't want to die!
This is no trick. The road is blocked. I must go through the Qasim outpost to the west. Your evil undoes you.
Evil has always been drawn to these lands.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
I must say I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
You do bring me joy, but love is not something to be joked about.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills, but we know the real reason you've brought us along with you.
Do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Is he a thief also?
No. He was a member of the city guard.
That seems odd.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
I am not sure that the darkness you speak of is not in the order you serve. You must be able to remember your past, to know the truth.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Ground Otatsu root would uncover every memory in your head, or make you blind. It is a dangerous route.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order.
Have these lands changed much since you were here last?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed Jondar.
I still say I see no darkness in you. But tell me your plan.
I found a journal on Jondar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
Fear haunts your words. Why?
Jondar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? That matters not, for I must do this anyway.
It is too quiet.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
if you'll need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert fleet.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
You must open the gate. I need to go to Arcanos.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
There is a sacrifice here, but it is not I. Your master sent you to this place as bait to take me from Caldeum.
No! He would never betray me! Strike him down!
Your master is the Lord of Lies. You matter not to him.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Smile upon me. Has Magda reached Arcanos?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then you must open this gate. I must save who I can. I can hear the spirit's anguish. Arcanos cannot. That may be, but he is an angel no longer. He surrendered it all to join with us.
You have been blessed by many.
I've spent months searching these deserts for the Rignar idol. It is here, in these ruins. I know it. I've survived starvation, dehydration, cultists, demons. But this place is too much for me. You look like you could help me find it. I've come too close. I can't fail now.
I will help you.
I only had half the power to do. Smash their heads in. Crush them. Kill them all! I only had half the power with it. Kill them all! Smash their heads! Crush them! Don't let them get me! Everything I found. I never thought I'd become a treasure hunter. But I also never thought my family's fortunes would sink so low. Yesterday, I heard a nobleman asking about the Rignar idol, an artifact that belonged to the great mage Zoltan Kul. If I can retrieve it, my family will never go hungry again. The idol! We found it! It was all worth it. Everything.
Do not be hasty. Everything has a price.
Now that it is at hand, I find myself filled with trepidation. Would you take it for me? What was that? He almost died. If you weren't here...
You are not equipped to hunt treasure out here. You should get back to the city.
Perhaps you're right. Thanks for helping me retrieve the idol, and for saving my life.
Your death comes.
Only you can defeat this monstrosity. You never cease to impress me.
The spirits aid me.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
Help us! You can't leave us here!
Do not fear. I will free you. I will send your spirit to the unformed land. There, your victims eagerly await your arrival.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Let your spirit be at ease, Deckard King. The Coven will trouble these lands no more.
She was consumed by shadow. It pains me to see it.
I need to go back. As the life drained from Magda's broken form, she swore that her master, the demon lord Belial, would rule our world. I will not let this come to pass. Is this where you met your wife?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
She was a breaker of laws?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
Your wife was a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
Why did you not follow your brother into the guards?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble?
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you became a criminal.
That may have been serious.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
You test your faith. There is no shame in that.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise.
Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please don't.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Before she breathed her last, Magda said that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. The Guard's human form is a veil. They are serpent demons who worship and serve Belial.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira of the Iron Wolves can help us to reach the Emperor. I will ask for her aid.
I have never seen anyone like that witch doctor. He must have powerful magic to have slain those cultists in Alcarnus.
I can't believe anyone could have survived that out there, let alone defeat those monsters.
Attention, subjects of Emperor Hakan II. A trespasser has been sighted in the city sewers. Witnesses describe the suspect as a young woman in a crimson tunic. Reports indicate that she arrived in Caldeum recently, along with a party of suspicious travelers. Any information leading to her immediate capture will be handsomely rewarded by His Eminence.
With the gods, you wait and see.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
From the sculpted sky roads leading to the Imperial Palace, one can see all of breathtaking Caldeum below.
Breathtaking? Before the gates closed, I saw 3 rats and a starving child fighting over half an apple.
It pleases you to exaggerate, I'm sure.
No, it pleases me to pass out drunk in the shade. but here we are.
The Trade Consortium Council has always been the ruling body of Caldeum, but it gained additional strength after the fall of the Vigerai. The councilmen saw opportunity in the rapidly growing Zakarum faith, and they allowed the fanatics to build their enormous cathedral, Saldenkal, within the center of the city. Not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion, the Trade Consortium Council aspired to make Caldeum a nexus of learning as well. It proposed to unite the mage academies in a massive new structure, the Ashari Sanctum, which has remained a beacon of knowledge and advancement ever since.
Captain Ravan, the conditions out here are deplorable. Something must be done to aid these people.
I will faint dead away if I stand in this heat a moment longer.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
We will die out here if you don't let us.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
No, that is not truth. Alcarnus fell by the hand of Magda, servant of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
I knew you'd come for me.
We must go now, before more guards arrive.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there. These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct. There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers. I found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
Do not worry. We will find your mother, and we will free her.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
You did not know your mother. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem at times.
We won!
sewers being much smaller than this.
Why would you have come here?
It is a long tale.
Over here! We could use some help!
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the Vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
We think we have found a haunted chest spoken of in legends.
If you have found it, why do you need my help?
In case the tales are true, of course. What if it's haunted?
You would not mind opening it, would you?
Though it disturbs my sleep, join me in death and torment!
Should be up here.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
We are still in danger. Let us go from this place. Why did your fall raise the dead? You were an angel.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
The city is indeed magnificent.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
All lives are filled with suffering, but we persevere so we might see better days.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago when Mount Arreat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And much of the North with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Arreat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
The spirits are in agreement. The city is not right.
Well, you don't need visions or your spirit friends to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how. Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena, you are quite vivacious for one with such a burden. Cormac has certainly noticed. Oh, don't pretend you haven't seen him looking at you. He'd best keep his vows in mind. Or maybe he shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does.
After all this time, my mother is alive. I couldn't be happier, and yet it's still hard to accept that she never sent word to me or Uncle Deckard. She said that she wanted to keep me safe, but I just wish I'd known. Well, at least I have her now.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I would not ask if I didn't.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
And some things are made harder than they should be.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me.
What did you do after the World Stone was destroyed?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
You returned as a hero?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
I'm surprised Kane never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Kane's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
Was it difficult to abandon Leah?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Kane?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you ever meet him again?
Only from afar. From time to time our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did the Imperial Guard find you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
Tell me more about your wife.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
Not many care for witches.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
We rescued Leah's mother, the witch Adria. She spoke of a black soul stone, an artifact that could be used to banish all evil from this world. I will find it and bring it back to her.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Herodrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Azmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soul Stone, no matter what the cost.
Sometimes we pay a large price for what must be done.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
He is needed. He holds the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
300 years ago, I selected Kuhl and 6 others to form the Herodrim. He was a great man, who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Tell me, why did the Horadrim have to kill Zoltan Kuhl?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Horadrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
I don't like dealing with Cole any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Tyrael said not to trust Zoltan Kuhl. What do you think?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
I've got some brand new goods that might be interesting.
I do not feel well.
I'm not surprised. You've been out in the sun for hours.
I can't leave. The Emperor will come to his senses any moment now.
Take some of my water, you fool.
Chaldeum changed drastically in recent years when the Kurast nobles all but invaded the city. Soon after, their emperor, Hakan I, joined them and made Chaldeum his capital. Though his actions seemed audacious, he managed to bring further peace and prosperity to the city for the duration of his reign. All was well under the new emperor until his untimely death forced the Zakarum priests to find a new heir for Kejistan's throne. Through a series of elaborate rituals, undoubtedly a spectacle for their superstitious followers, they determined
I remember when Chaldeum...
It's disgusting. I've seen that man going in and out of the sewers.
You never can tell with those types.
I think we may have a visitor up ahead.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you.
How did this all happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I have tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
You want to aid me?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
How?
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Why should I trust you? You tried to kill us.
Told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled, and I am surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Face another trial, my friend.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over Terra left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
It is so beautiful.
And Dariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
You die!
Help me, please! Someone help! I'm being robbed!
You fool! You think you can save this man? You have sealed your fate.
Such insolence must be punished.
The enemy has destroyed Alcarnus and most of the cultists. The Master commands us to capture more slaves immediately. Go to the oasis and abduct villagers. Kill any who resist. That way we shall both gain allies and destroy enemies.
Thank you. Those vile creatures were looting my goods. Now that you have saved me, I'd be happy to allow you the privilege of buying them instead.
Do you ever become weary of strife? Of constant fighting?
We can rest when this is all behind us. Now, fight.
You are not very good at lifting the spirits of others, are you?
Someone help!
Oh, thank you. I thought
I was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply. Doesn't pay well, but I find plenty to sell. Have a look.
I have trained for.
Those fools of the Trade Consortium are clueless that I siphon the public funds from their coffers. I will continue to hide my plunder here where none can find it. One day soon, I will claim my treasure and flee this desert hell for the greener pastures of the West.
not ready yet.
Please help as many of the villagers here as you can. There are no others who will aid them.
I sense a trap.
Oh my!
The hunters did not expect to be hunted. Perhaps I will find Zoltan Kul's head in here.
We are in agreement. Kul, the renegade, must be stopped. He seeks to duplicate the power of the stones and wield it for his own ends. He is obsessed with the powers of heaven and hell. Drawing their attention will only bring doom to us all.
The spirits aid me.
Just over there! I never imagined such a creature.
You are evil undoes you.
Uriel is the twin of Andariel. I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and Baal, though they had both supported the lesser evils in the past. The Lord of Pain was found guarding Baal's prison, the tomb of Tal Rasha, when he was slain by heroes.
Set out in 1 week's time into the desolate sands to search for Kul's hidden archives. None of us have any idea what to expect. How far has Kul's madness driven him? How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest? I can only hope we are not too late.
Fast. My curse upon you. Perfect strike.
A gift? My favorite.
The spirits aid me. My curse upon you.
die.
Overwhelm the enemy and seize his companions. There is a witch among them, and another, a girl. Bring them to me along with the Black Soulstone. They will be searching for the head of Zoltun Kuhl. Scour the oasis for it. Some old sorcery lingers on the skull, and it must be mine.
Magnificent.
Centuries ago, a much smaller Chaldeum depended upon small wells for its water. Then came the mysterious Dalgur, offering Chaldeum an oasis of unparalleled splendor, located in an area previously thought to be desert, asking only that his name be permanently affixed to the land. Then he vanished into the wastes.
Curse upon you.
Belial has been watching you since you arrived. There are traces of his magic everywhere.
You are evil undoes you.
Save us! Don't let us die! Someone help us! Thank you for saving me. I need to get out of here!
That is a powerful foe!
Save us! Don't let us die! Thank you for saving me. I must flee!
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
If you keep holding back, then you'll never improve. It is time. Leah, cast the spell as I taught you.
I live again.
Zoltan Kuhl. We need you to activate the Black Soul Stone. We would use it to trap the last two Lords of Hell.
I know your voice, stranger. It has haunted me in death, just as it commanded me in life. Tyrael.
I am, but now mortal.
Fate is whimsical.